Are we live? I think we're live. Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Today is the first of the month, which happens to be what? July, right?
July.
It is July. All
That's
right.
the month.
And you have stumbled upon or purposely found the Kickstarter with Matt.
And Matt.
And once again, I'm stumbling out of the gate.
Yes. Like a lame horse. Like a horse that's been run too hard and his hooves are now like plowed down to nothing.
It happens to the horse, though.
So can we turn it up a little?
We can turn it up a little bit. Yeah, you have a little.
At least the yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah.
We should be good level-wise, hopefully, out there. If we're not, feel free to give us a call at...
Plug it! Quickly! Where is it?
Your fellow
Son of a bitch.
Your cord is longer than mine. All right, you can feel free to call us at... You can't see this on the camera, apparently. It's 423-406-2887. That's 423-406-2887. 423-40 Mats.
40 Mats.
Let us know if you cannot hear us right now. And I'm not sure how you'd be able to let us know.
Yeah.
Unless you already knew the phone number and just so happened to think I'm going to call them. But let them know I can't hear anything you're saying.
There's so many people, like I was saying to you earlier, that constantly ask me about the show. I'm expecting calls. I want to be pestered, or at least
want to know what is, and also what you're thinking.
We want to get inside that mushy muscle in your head.
It's just right now.
It's not muscle. No. It's not like
you can't flex it.
It's flesh.
But
you can't
you're
flex
talking
it.
about the brain?
Yeah, it's like with the brain.
No, it's just made of fat, actually.
Really? It's just big
Yes.
lumpy fat in there?
Yes.
Does it taste good? No, Lecter. Speaking of tasting body parts, there's a I saw recently that there was a case that was dismissed. I don't think this guy is out in public or anything. I think he's being held on different charges and stuff. But there's a case that was dismissed in New York. A cop was planning to kidnap and eat women.
A cop was?
Yes.
That's
what a cop was. So
exactly what you
those sworn
want
to
to hear.
protect and serve New York's finest. This man was
Ended up serving himself in
Yeah.
New York's finest, so we're finding
New York's finest women.
Yeah.
Prime rib. Blonde.
Yeah, that's interesting. You want to look
Yeah.
at one?
I don't know what it is. I'm just like
Yeah, it does seem to be a little lacking here. We'll
put low and the left side's better. Yeah, that's a lot more
Yeah.
like it usually is.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. We'll see.
I don't know.
But anyhow, so yeah. What's been going on here?
Anything interesting? I saw a movie recently.
Did you? What
Yeah.
did you see?
I saw Edge of Tomorrow. I would.
Tomorrow.
It's a Tom Cruise, and it's a story. Just a really brief, non-spoiler. But it's like this guy gets drafted in the military during an alien invasion type of war that's been going on, and he somehow finds himself repeating the day.
What's it called?
It's called Edge of Tomorrow.
There's
It was
some-
first called
and
All
this
You
is-
Need Is Kill.
This is new.
Yes, it just came out in theaters, but
There's another movie coming out called Premature, which is essentially the same idea.
ejaculation.
It is, actually. The boy wakes up every morning with a large stain on his underpants as his mother walks in the room.
It's just embarrassment for playing again and
And
again.
he goes through with the day. It's similar to Groundhog Day, but he's in high school and it continues to repeat. So then he starts to do things crazy because he realizes he's a screen story. So like,
Basically, yeah, that's
he grasps his
like the
teacher's
plot.
bosom and
Does he ever not prematurely ejaculate?
I don't think so. And that's actually how it ends. Usually he has sexual intercourse
Right.
with someone or something or himself, and
Like a woman.
sometimes, and geez, Junior, and then the day starts over again.
Wow. That sounds like
He
one of the
comes
most
to fruition.
uneventful days, probably. Ever.
Well, I mean,
if the day's repeating again and again, you can always take advantage of it.
I would have the unsettling fear in my mind that this time
That it stops. This time it's gonna stick.
like I'd go and rob a bank, and this would be the one time.
Oh fuck! How you break the time loop? Oh, I robbed the bank. God damn it!
This is what fate was trying to get me.
Then you're gonna live in a constant time loop of going to prison, and
Exactly,
like
yes.
you're in prison, every
Yeah.
day is gonna be the same. It's like a time loop.
It's
It's age.
very.
The only thing that changes is how loose your blood gets.
That's right.
Earlier.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the topic of conversation.
Oh. But yeah, it's like Groundhog Day. A lot of people compare it because Groundhog Day is the first major mainstream movie to do the time loop
Yeah.
type of thing.
Mhm.
There's been a lot of movies since then. I find that I really enjoy that category of film. Like
The
there's
time loop category.
yeah,
Like there's so many movies.
like time travel and time loop. There's maybe like 5 or 6 that I've seen. One is called Primer, which is really good. I recommend it. It's
Who's in that?
no, it's Nobodies. 2 guys, I think they're from Texas. They're these 2 guys who were like mechanical engineers decided to make a movie, and they made this movie. It's really complex. It's like they accidentally invent time travel, but it's like you go inside of a box, and however long you spend in the box is how far you travel back in time. Because it's like a property of physics. It's like pseudoscience that they explain really detailedly, and they use that to change events and like try to make it so.
So if you stay in there an hour,
You go back an hour.
and you're getting right
It's like
back.
reciprocal energy that like goes back and forth.
So,
It's like they harness
but
it.
the problem is, like, if you stay in there an hour and you get out of the box, you are at that point going into the box.
Well, no, it's like if you go back an hour, it starts from the point at which you got in the box. Then you go back an hour before you got in the box. Again.
Oh,
So it starts once you turn it on.
So essentially,
If you were to
time
turn
just
it on-
runs backwards.
Yeah, time just runs backwards.
Okay.
It's all relative to however long you're in there for. That one's a little bit more like thinky. I'd say that one was really hard to follow. And then there's another good one called Time Crimes. Generally, people enjoy that. And this really fucked up horror movie called Triangle. Oh man, that's
You
great.
told me about that.
Yeah, it's like this constant recurring thing. It's freaking. It's really good. It's definitely. I read good reviews about it. But this Edge of Tomorrow movie was really good. I was entertaining and fun. I watched it in IMAX 3D, which I didn't want to, but it was the only time I could make it. Which I wasn't disappointed with that though, because it was like terrifying. Like you know, basically, he's gonna repeat the day and stuff. But like when he first goes in, he's like sure that he's gonna die.
Okay.
And you get that mounting sense of dread that he feels as you're going into it. You're like,
Does the day reset at
it's a plot. Yeah, it's a plot point at which when he wakes up, like he gets like knocked out and he's on the army base. And when he's like about to start the battle, like he's gonna gear up and stuff like that and get himself like prepared for the morning beach landing. That's when it restarts morning. They explain it a lot, though. In the movie, you'll understand more.
It's interesting.
Very, very good movie, and it didn't get repetitive, didn't seem boring. Like right, but they used the editing and stuff to their advantage. Like you never felt like you were seeing the same thing all the time. Like it was just enough to be like, okay, he's here again, but something's different now. Something else is different. Yeah, it was really entertaining. I liked it a lot. Go check it out. If you like
No,
action movies.
I'm not going.
All right. I'll twist your arm.
So as I've been discussing the Judas Priest album, Redeemer of Souls, I listened to the whole thing today.
Is it officially released? Or
No,
just like
it's not.
digital
No.
release?
You can go on
Resale.
iTunes. No, you can go on iTunes and do like first play or first listen, something like that. Where you
Oh,
can stream the whole album.
Like an opportunity of streaming out. No, you have to listen to it start to finish though.
No, you can skip tracks and
Okay.
stuff. But yeah. So I listened through, and really the only redeeming, no pun intended, factor is there's like Rob does this one scream and calls it Valhalla that awesome.
Reminiscent
The
of
rest
his
of that-
older
Yeah,
work.
but it's like out of like Angel Retribution. Like, and he goes because he goes from like, well, he goes all the way up, like from real low
Nice.
all the way up to real high. So he does a really good scale there, and
But that's really
That's it.
disconcerting because that's the only highlight you're telling me.
One scream in the whole album. The rest
That
of it,
was
I was commenting on it on Facebook today, and I said, really, the problem, like we were saying before, it was the production. It sucks so bad.
That's really
Like,
sad.
Even the mixing, like whenever Rob does harmonies to his voice, whenever like there's certain songs where he does like a chorus sort of thing, where he'll record like 12 vocal tracks. They're not spread out at all. They're not layered. There's no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It sounds like someone going downstairs.
His voice is too loud in certain spots. Like there's no dynamics to it. It was just really poorly mixed, and
It makes you wonder if someone's going to go in and like try to master that.
I would love for that to happen because, like that's another thing I was saying on Facebook today, that it has such potential to be an awesome song or awesome album. You know, because the songs are great.
Right.
You know, the lyrics are a little cheesy, but they usually are.
Oh,
It
metal.
borders the line of cheesy and awesome. So, you know, that sort of thing. But the music's good, the composition's good, the arrangements and stuff like that. But my other beef with it is fucking Richie Faulkner, the guitar player that replaced KK.
Oh yeah.
He's like inveighing at every possible chance. So anytime it's either a solo, there's a vocal break, anytime there's any of that stuff, he's just.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
I think it's
this is
feeling
not
that's too much of a
Dragon Force.
departure. That's too much of a departure from
Yeah.
what fans of Judas Priest have been listening to them for this
And
long.
I am very open-minded with it. Like I said, if they had mixed that album correctly, I would have, been like,
whatever.
it's dumb that he's doing all these solos everywhere, but whatever.
Still, overall, you're getting the main quality of the song.
Right, but
coming through.
it's completely it's rubbish as far as mixing goes, unfortunately.
That's fucking, and that's coming from like a diehard Judas Priest fan.
I have the man tattooed on my leg.
Yeah, you didn't see from the flipping out situation. Well, if you could see anything on there.
There you go, everybody who sees it on the webcam. Rob Halford is tattooed on my leg for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you're not getting rid of that.
I love this band. But I hate the way this album is mixed. So
It's so sad because
It is.
this is their last album that they're officially putting out, so they said.
Yeah.
Unless they do like legals.
well,
Again,
they're kind of doing that
Yeah.
because they weren't supposed to do any more
Well,
touring.
no,
and now they're-
Nostradamus was supposed to be, I thought, the last one.
No, the Epitaph tour.
Well, no, I mean like Nostradamus album.
No, they said they were gonna have one more album and it was gonna be a return to True Priest.
Well, we're pushing the fucking limits now because they're getting so old.
I don't,
It's been a while.
it's getting to be time. But that's the rough part about being a band that's acrobatic.
Right.
As far as music goes, and like me singing, like I used to think about that when I was writing Thunderfish songs. I was thinking like, I'm not going to be able to hit these notes forever. I might not be able to hit these notes in 10 years. I don't even know.
Tomorrow.
You know what I mean? Yeah, half the time I couldn't. So it's like, you have to change things around as they did. They drop the keys down or raise them up, whatever they had to do, so it was in Rob's range comfortably. And but the other problem I was saying, the other reason they needed a producer on the album was because a lot of the takes were subpar.
Like they didn't know how to pick out the best takes.
That, or they just were like, okay, was that good enough for you? Are you done? Okay, let's move on to the next one. As opposed,
hungry.
yeah,
I want to leave.
as opposed to saying like, that was good, let's try that again, or let's do that one more time. Let's have that with more feeling, more anger, bend that note more, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's really, it sounds like it would have been, like a band, like an album that
If we
a band
recorded
had
it.
recorded. Yeah.
Like if you and me recorded this Judas Priest
right.
album, that's how
Because like some of the drum parts aren't like on with the guitars. Well, the
that's
guitars aren't on with
atrocious.
the drums.
The band that's this experience that's been around this long.
So, like I said though, it's all about the mixing.
It's all about the mixing and the production. That is the problem with the album. That's the only problem with the album.
They're essentially missing it.
Yeah.
Because they did it all themselves.
Which is the pitfall that so many bands fall into. It's like you can eat a lot of food, but it doesn't mean you can be a chef.
But it doesn't mean to be that.
Right. But it doesn't. Just because you eat a lot of food doesn't mean you can be a chef. Just because you play a lot of music doesn't mean you can be a producer.
That's like saying if you
It doesn't matter how many
TV,
Yeah.
fucking perform a surgery.
Yeah, exactly.
Stand back.
Yeah.
I've seen House. I can diagnose this.
I own all 8 seasons.
Yeah, subbly boobly, jobbly.
It seems that
You don't have any bones, because I can't find them.
It seems
Where are
your hippocampus is strangely separated from your microbial hypochondria, and I'm going to have to perform an emergency parenthesis on your Dewey Decimal. Scat!
Someone hand me a calculator and a scalpel. This is math surgery.
All right.
Classically trained in math, casually trained in surgery. And
800 at nurse, tell me what this says. Boobs.
Ah, yes.
All
Also,
right,
if you'd
now.
like to know Breaking Bad trivia, I know a lot of that. Oh, dude, you still haven't.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
I've seen Breaking Bad, right?
No.
Well, apparently, I just saw today that they've renewed. This hasn't even come out yet, but the spin-off show called Better Call Saul, the lawyer,
Okay.
who's like probably the main humor element.
So the show is going to last for 2 years and here.
Apparently, it's gonna guarantee to last 2 years. Is what I'm
That's
saying.
usually what they do for spin-offs.
2 seasons. They gave them 2 seasons already. Hasn't even come out.
2 seasons to fail.
I think that it could be really good because it has like a strong guy who's like leading it, who's already been in TV, like sketch comedy and stuff. Bob Odenkirk. He's the guy who's behind that Tim and Eric show.
Yeah, but so what?
Yeah, but he's good though. So he knows what he's doing. I know it's about the writers and stuff, but I think it's a little bit. Trust me, it's questionable whether they can actually success of Breaking Bad. 'Cause Breaking Bad is
not
quite
questionable. They're not
unique.
going to do it.
No.
It's never
It has to be
happened,
seen
ever.
as its own. It has to be seen as its own TV show.
Right.
Not fucking Joni Loves Chachi. Man, that shit was fucking Fonz. Don't you know the Fonz was his cousin? You know what? I saw the fucking Fonz trying to sell me AARP, and I was like,
Yeah.
what is my world coming to?
Yeah.
I mean, Fonz. I'm surprised that he's breathing. He's got a foot in the grave. He's got his whole half of his body in the grave. I think he only
Every
comes
morning
out
when he wakes up, he has
collect a
to,
paycheck.
he has to elbow himself in the office to get to start.
Hey!
He coughs up blood.
Fonz, you're so cool.
Oh.
I'm dying, Richie. Kill me. Step into my office. I really live in the bathroom. He's slowly becoming more like his counterpart in the show.
My grandmother was telling me the other day. She's like, Matt, if my mind ever goes, will you shoot me?
Pull the gun out and shot her. Say shit like that is already proof.
Don't you know only crazy people think they're crazy? Is that how it goes?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh.
Oh.
Let's dig that out of your head for you.
Maybe tweezers. No.
Grandma, listen to me.
She said, if my mind ever goes, will you shoot me? And I said, are you kidding me? No, I'm coming
What
to
is
pick
she,
you
old
up.
Yeller?
I'm
Who does you request
I'm
that?
coming to pick you up. We're going out.
We're going streaking, Grandma.
Oh,
That was a blast.
yeah. So, but yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I'm
That's some morbid shit to say. She's been saying
She's-
some morbid
she
stuff
always-
like
she
that
always says
lately.
something like
It makes me sad.
like,
It's
well,
just
I'm
like,
not gonna make it. The rest
when you
of the
go,
year.
it's your
Yep.
time.
Yep.
So, I guess I'll see you on the other side
Yeah.
in an hour.
Yeah.
Now, because it shows some point.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm convinced that she's going to continue to talk like that for the next 6 years that she's alive.
Do you think she'll make it to 6 years?
No.
Like 80?
Yeah, her father lived to be 94
That shit.
or 93.
Isn't her relative the one who was like almost 100 but he was pissed?
Yeah, that was her father.
Her father.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like almost 100. Fucking
Damn it.
son of a bitch. Yeah, that's, well, I don't know if she has a goal. I think her goal was to die yesterday. She's like tired of it.
She expected to die.
You gotta get on a jet ski, like get her doing some fun shit.
She expected to die 7 years ago, basically. Like when she had her first stroke.
Yeah, that's
She's
right.
like,
You
it's
know what?
it.
She recovered
I'm in.
completely
It's
from
all
that.
over now. It's all
That's
over.
pretty astounding.
You know.
Actually. Just take me now.
She's just waiting for it
Take
all
me
to
now. There's side of her face all fall.
That was the
She didn't have any of
luckily.
that, though.
No, she didn't. She just lost vision in one of her eyes. That was the only thing that happened. So, little creeper
Ninjas.
came through the water.
Yeah, bathroom ninjas here podcast.
So, yeah. So, what else we got going on now? Talked about the freestyle.
I don't know. We haven't mentioned. We have our license.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're going to be licensed motorcyclists after the end of next week.
Yes, we have.
Pretty surreal.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And for you, it's like, let me take this test, and for me, it's like, teach me how to ride a motorcycle. But I've been told that if you take that course, they'll teach you everything.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all geared up. I got my gear. I'm like ready to go.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Went out. We still got to go out together.
Yes.
5 hours.
Yeah, and I and also got to get you down to our big bike.
Yes, that's the next one. I really want to. Well, what I'd like to do, and I was thinking about this today, is like I gotta like get some experience riding for the course and stuff,
Right.
so that I can go and like take a seat and take a ride on some of these bikes, so I know what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Because then I can sit on it and ride it around.
Well, but riding,
a little bit.
it's not as much like with a car. You want to ride it around with the bike. It's not as important.
You don't think so?
No, it's more about position. Like, make sure your legs aren't scrunched up. That you
That's
can
what I mean. Like
get
you gotta.
your gears and everything. Well,
Yeah.
no, it's just a matter of sitting on the bike. That's all it is.
I guess yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They all basically send you to your death in 2 wheels. So.
Well, if you drive forward, yes, that's true.
Yeah, no. But
Oh,
I'm
I
excited.
do have another story, and I almost forgot about it. So today I was downtown doing a service call, and I was coming back. Did you know that the Salvation Army is actually a church?
I didn't know that.
They
Where do they worship?
They close to God of great savings.
This is a big price tag.
Yeah.
Like a slash price on it. Salvation Army.
No, but yeah, they the Salvation Army is actually a church, but I was there at the.
Did you go to church?
No, I went there to do a service call.
How do you know it was a church? How did you find that?
Well, because I pulled up and there's the sanctuary and all that stuff.
Well, I believe I just think it's a Christian offshoot or.
Yeah, no, because they all have the same logo on their shirts. All the people.
That's grand. Yes, I have cross on it.
Yes, and the savings salary. Yeah. No, but yeah, so it was. I was down there, and as I was leaving, this guy, I was parked on the side of the street, in front of a meter. Right. There's this van, probably like 2 blocks back. So I pull out and I start going up to the light, and as soon as I pulled out my parking spot, he came flying down the road. Like you could hear his engine go. He came flying towards me, and then he was.
Well, like head on or? Like
No, behind me.
Okay.
And he was riding behind me for a little bit, and then
Was he trying?
I don't know.
Like trying to abduct
So
you?
and he went and he was
He
screeching
crashed right into
behind
me.
me a little bit, and he.
We can see
So,
you.
yeah. So he was behind me, and then I pulled over to the left lane to make a left, and he
Right.
pulled past me, and he comes behind me and he goes, "Asshole, Jesus rules!" And the best part, because the back of my car says, "Metal is my religion, how is my God." And it's got the symbol.
Right. It's very, it could be seen as sacrilegious,
Yes,
like
yes.
extremely, because it's huge. It's across the whole
It's
thing,
very large. Yeah,
and it's like plated metal tire cut
Yes,
out.
yeah, I riveted metal to my tire cover. But anyhow, so the best part was when I turned my car on and I started my Zoom up.
Yeah.
I was playing Nuns Have No Fun,
Oh,
and so as he
Fucking awesome.
drove past me, it was Nuns Have No Fun blasting out the window, and then he said his piece, and I.
nuns do have fun.
Yeah. And then
Sure.
after he drove past me, I said, hey, have a good day, and I throw them a like at him, and then that was it. So that was a very
Took moral
appropriate.
high ground.
Yeah.
Became attacking you. But you know, Christians are known for murderous assaults. You wanted to be a serial killer without
Repercussions.
like,
Yeah, still
with
in the name of the
impunity.
Lord. Yeah.
Just do it for God. And the cross on your chest and fucking roll out and kill some
Work for the Crusaders.
some pagans or whatever they
Yeah,
call
yeah,
them.
Bikers, whatever.
Whatever. People with sayings on their tire.
Yeah, that all works. So anyhow, I guess we'll take a little musical break here,
Alright.
and then on the other side of that, we'll dive in and see what we can find in the realm of weird.
Are we playing last one?
We're gonna play your song.
Oh yeah. This
Usually
is
that song gets played last
Right.
because he's so far behind I do everything. So I get to play my
look,
song. But this
I'm
time,
bringing fun.
yeah.
You said I could. You basically run the show.
You're allowed to bring the fun, but only this time.
Only today.
So we're gonna do a little break here. We're gonna play some Rush for you off of the Snakes and Arrows. Yeah, album.
2 albums ago.
Yeah, and we'll see you on the other side of that. Hopefully, we don't get kicked off of our Google Plus feed, everybody. If we do, you can tune into us later, or we'll try and get another one up and running.
We'll
The
fix it.
phone lines will be open until 10:30, something like that, if you want to call in. And that number again is
Call us anyway.
423-406-2887. That's 423-406-2887. 423.
40
And
minutes.
here's Rush with Far Cry, and we'll see you on the other side of the break. That's a nice long one, too. Five.
He's on one side.
It's his pipe one.
And that was Rush. Short Ride from their Snakes in Everything. Which is a great album. 2 albums ago. From their latest one, I think it came out in 2012. Clockwork Angels, which is also really good. But I recommend if you like that one.
So many goodies. You can hardly stand
Many goodies.
Why's your phone making all these noises?
I don't know. Just doing it. Well, that's unacceptable.
But we'll accept it in time. So, I guess
We don't have any people calling us. But if you're listening,
I got a phone. Let me open phone lines up.
oh, open them back up.
I closed them because
Oh.
we use the same audio feed
Right.
to run the music.
Well, not to mention.
Yeah, that's true. We do advocate our phones for useful breaks. We can take a. That's there. So let's see. Got the back open again.
All right, open it up. 423-406-2887. That is 423. 40 nuts. 40 MATTS.
That's how you spell that, in case there was any
In case you're
confusion.
illiterate, which we don't.
You know, they don't serve your country.
I was gonna say we don't discriminate, but you know, half of us do and half of us don't. But balance is out.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so let's do some weird news.
Yeah, let's jump into weird. Jump in that swimming pool of cool.
All right, everybody. Unfortunately, we have very few weird news topics.
What?
This was a rather normal week.
Not a weird week.
So we're gonna try and make things as
Well, we'll make it as
weird as possible. Yeah. So we'll see what we can do with that.
All right, hit me with that first.
Let's get a
Slice
little
of
weird
weird.
here. So so Matt, you thought Leanne Madonna Vogue on the cover of a magazine.
Yeah,
Mikhail Dawson. That was an unusual name.
I did. I think that was.
But I
You just told me.
So someone's name.
What is the whole name?
Leanne Madonna Vogue on the cover of the magazine. Mikhail Dawson.
Leanne Madonna Vogue on the cover of a magazine.
Mikhail Dawson.
Mikhail Dawson. I will
Someone's
tell you
name.
that I've seen almost equally as weird basis.
Yeah.
That would work. That's,
Well,
I've never heard anything that long or that.
yeah, it's definitely long. A Swedish 25-year-old lays claim to what the locals speculate may be the world's longest.
Oh, so she has a record of the world.
No,
They
that's
speculate, which has like very little credence.
It holds the record in Sweden, though the former Alexander E.K. goes by Papa Long for short.
Papa Longname.
His legal name now stands at 63 first names.
Holy fuck.
The first of which Kim Jong.
Oh Jesus.
Goes by
Kim Jong Ek.
All right, are you ready for this?
Okay.
This is his name.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're gonna give me the whole thing?
You're gonna get the whole
Oh
thing.
fuck yeah. All right, hit it.
Sit back, let me crack open.
Yeah, get a beer. You're gonna need it. Get relaxed. Because
All right. So,
let's hear the whole name, weird motherfucker.
Kim Jong.
Okay.
Kim Jong, sexy, glorious beast, divine dick father, lovely Iron Man, even unique foe, unwin Charlie Gore, chaos, me and Hassan, Kimi, Umbro, Uno, master overdance, shake, booty, bebop, rocksteady, shredder, kung, wolf, roadhouse, Gilgamesh, flat guy, Theo, arsehole, I'm Yoda, funky boy, slam dunk chuck, Jorma, Duca, Pekka, Ryan, super air, Warrior Russell, Salvador Alphonse, Mulligan, Acta Papa, long name Ack.
I like how I threw the long name. Bottom up. Wow. Can you imagine calling that name out in like ceremony for his like, you know, graduation or anything that he ever did, or anything he ever achieved? But my friends call me
I think our 50s.
Papa Kim Jong Il Dick Nuts Charlie Chaplin.
Let's read that one more time.
fucking dickhole.
Kim Jong, sexy, glorious beast, divine dick father, loving Iron Man, even unique foe, Moon Will, Charlie, Gore, Chaos, Vegan, Unsup, Kimmy, Umbro, Uno, Master, Over Dance, Shake, Booty, Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder, Kung, Wolf, Roadhouse, Gilgamesh, Flat Guy, Theo, Arsehole, Yoda, Funky Boy, Slam, Duck, Chuck, Jorma, Juga, Pika, Ryan, Super Air, Oil Russell, Salvador, Alphonse, Mulligan, Acta, Papa, Long, Nema, and
It's not that long.
it's the name that is costing. It's the name that is costing literally. Sweden grants each citizen the right to one free name change. After that, it's 1,000 kroner, or about $185 or $184 for change.
So he's like also known as Leslie.
He has as many aliases. There's one alias.
This is his whole first name.
Well, and at age 18, Eck has altered his name 6 times.
So he has a bit of a fee.
According to the past, the shorter version has also included Osama bin Alexander.
This guy is fucking the head, man.
Alexander Gargamel Genghis.
Alexander Gargamel Boateng. Yes.
Genghis, yes. One of those changes involves adding Klaus Heidi to his name in a bid to win a recent contest put on by German airline Lufthansa.
It takes very little to satiate his appeal for, like, you know, I don't know, for self-satisfaction.
I feel a little stale. I'm going to change my name.
I'm bored this morning. I want to change my name.
Listen, now I'm going to throw the darts, and you just flip pages in the phone book.
And also a dictionary.
And a history book, maybe a science book to throw it over.
Yeah, man, like, you can put anything. It sounds like he's...
What's that, a Marmaduke comic for the
Oh, Marmaduke. You're always hilarious. Great day fucking up people's lives.
So he's doing.
So he, I guess anytime he liked something, he just added it to his name. Like he just, what do you keep it, like a tally or a list or something?
Who
All
knows?
the things
Well,
that
he changed his name, which he hoped to get a Berlin London suite to change his or her name in exchange for a rent-free year in the capital. 42 did so. Bloomberg reports. Eck didn't win, though he went the extra mile and made his name Klaus Heidi Bratwurst.
calls Heidi Bratwurst.
Eck doesn't seem to see much downside to this mouthful of name. I don't always get my mail. Sometimes the electric bill is late. That's part of the charm.
That's part of the charm. What is,
Sometimes the power goes down. But that's part of the charm.
every now and then I don't get service to anything
Just
I
the
pay
name,
for.
baby. It's just the name.
But don't hate on the man in the world. Is that the longest name in the world? Is that a record?
Well, that is their.
Or was he in
assumption.
a contest to have? the
No,
longest
no,
name?
he's just added names on top of his name.
Okay, but, so what he adds? He's like goes into a contest to change. He didn't even win. Who the
No,
fuck?
no, no. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Because what 42 is that what I said?
Yeah.
Changed their name.
Yeah, yeah.
They would have rent free in the capital.
Oh,
So.
wow. Man, that's like people tattooing like advertisements on bodies.
Yeah, there's those guys that wrote the thing on the.
Yeah, from last week when we had those guys who wrote stuff on the forehead, but who's genius. Wow, man, that guy has a very flexible sense of humor, I suppose. Because changing your legal name, I mean, I guess whatever, it's just a name. And he can go by anything he wants to. Call me Heidi, call me Bratwurst. Call me Long Dick Duck Chuck Butt Fucking Sucker Monk. I mean, I don't know, it can make it anything.
So name my mother gave me.
It's what Christian
She
is.
has to.
Call him Long Duck Chuck Monk Butt Fucking Rock Rock Rock.
That's
I'm
Mr.
wrote down everything.
To you.
Slap his ass and like, take it along with them.
so it's like Ben Affleck in Mallrats.
Can you play the video at the end?
Yeah.
Call me Bob.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's like, is that an underage girl? Ah, come on.
So, after a massive storm system hit part of the Midwest on Monday evening, many
Jesus.
area residents were without power.
Yeah, I actually got a call from my electric company today,
Yeah.
and it came from an unknown number, so I'm thinking it's fucking again.
Yeah.
Which we still have. I just remembered.
Yeah, that's
Never- we never did the full.
We had them sitting in the waiting.
And Jamaica was well, not every, but it had a lot to do with coming back to the show again, because it was like,
Yes, it did.
I was like, let's do the show because they got this great material. We never really released the whole thing, so we're gonna have to do a special though. We're gonna
Yes.
do like a maybe 100. Yeah, let's get it on 100.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right, we'll cut them all together and have them done.
Yeah.
Because we're
We can do
on
that.
60 what?
Yeah, I'll give you the right files and stuff. It's around
64.
64, yeah.
So, yeah.
So the electric company called me. They're like, sorry for you. It was like this guy who was really like, he sounded a little scared and like a little sad that he was doing this. But on this day, a wire fell down. And we are very sorry for the inconvenience. I'm like, I wasn't even home. I was at work, and Violet was at work too. So like, no one was even there.
Right.
It was back on when I got home. It's like I didn't care. But I guess some like old people's oxygen machines were probably like off for that shot.
We threw it, Gramps. It's almost over.
Just wheeze it out. They're coming.
Come on, you survived World War I and the Civil War. You can survive this.
Survived an arrow in the chest last week when I tried to see if you were still alive. Of course, screamed and I knew I was wrong to shoot you, but. Look, it's a dry in the corner of his mouth. If he reacts. It was James Patel. Oh, I hate Twitch, yeah. Like
Yeah.
that chicken I live without a head for like
Yeah, yeah. So, Many area residents were without power, flooding was rampant, travel plans were thwarted, and massive suburban Chicago sinkholes swallowed.
Oh, shit. 2 cars.
Can you imagine just
Oh,
driving down the road?
no.
Like, listen,
Oh,
I'm tired of listening to this channel. Look, you said that I could pick the station this time, and now you don't want me to pick the station? You have to make up your mind, all right? Can I pick it, or do you have to pick
It
it?
sounds like,
You're
sounds like a
driving.
car ride.
You really need to do this.
This is like my
Why
life.
don't you let me? I hate your music. Why don't you let me listen to my music? Because your music's terrible. Well, you know what? I listen to your terrible music all the time. You have to listen to mine every once in a while. It's annoying. And then suddenly it got dark.
Suddenly they see the devil's face. Fire. Oh my god, where are we? Oh, honey, relax. We're in Chicago.
Hey, we got here early.
Wow, the traffic wasn't bad today. That's Detroit Rock City.
I know.
Difference.
Oh no,
Difference
it's
in-
Chicago. Let's see.
Yeah.
Chicago stuff.
Chicago, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Saturday in the bar. I think the devil was serving ice cream. The devil serving ice cream. That's a great image. Oh, don't steal that. Put it in the drawing.
TM.
TM! Oh, it's a trade mat.
Trade match. Nobody can steal it now.
I'll take it. We'll sue you. Please take it so we can sue you.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend time drawing. You get more good shit. Dude, we're fucking, we got like a massive operation here.
We do
Kyle was telling me, she's like, when I actually saw the live feed, I didn't know you guys had this much shit. I was like, Matt basically accumulated this stuff over the last like 4 years. So it's like, we're big time. Like, we got like a full mixing board,
Oh, yeah.
studio speakers, got like an 8 channel, right? How many channels?
A lot.
Enough.
More
than enough.
it's an H.
Yeah, you know, mixer.
It's 12 if you count the.
You got like 5 different inputs. Like you got that box thing.
Yeah, this runs our phone system. That runs our audio going in, and also that people are hearing. We've got 2 computers running plus the laptop. So there's
microphones.
yeah, we got these Rode mics.
Studio mics, stick guard. That's been a lot. Yeah. Got mustache
Yeah,
right here.
Yep, that mustache is important.
That's class.
So now you can't tell who we are.
Huh!
But look, we're brothers again.
With the same name.
Because we have the
People-
same facial hair.
People legitimately thought that.
Yeah, that was. Well, anyhow,
Okay.
so officers arrived at the scene in rural Kane County, about 50 miles west of Chicago, around 4 a.m. Tuesday. Wouldn't that suck? Like you're driving home drunk.
Ugh, fuck, I can't even see. Ugh.
Come on, slap yourself. Right.
I'm gonna drink more, maybe I can see better.
I'm good. It's clear enough. Oh shit! Oh fuck!
The earth swallows, opens up and swallows you up. You're probably really reflecting on your life choices at that
Yeah,
point.
like
Why? That we're like, Mother Gaia is punishing me now. The earth is taking a full hand and
the Titans are back. I noticed.
Ares, I'm sorry!
The blade squandered to the room. But anyhow, Ares was a god. Kronos.
Out of time. Got a Titan.
But anyhow, so Tuesday after they received a call reporting the car had driven into a sinkhole about 10 feet in diameter.
Shit, I'm thinking it's parked cars. You know, but this guy actually drove
No,
into
they're
it.
driving and they're going into sinkholes. About 10 feet in diameter.
You won't even know. Like, who's expecting a sinkhole?
That's the point.
Who has that charted on their map?
So a 41-year-old woman was driving the car when she went into a sinkhole, which was deep enough so that her entire vehicle, for a tourist, was below ground level.
Holy shit.
It was wide enough that it stretched across the entire road, according to the Daily Herald. While the woman and her 15-year-old son waited for authorities to arrive, a second vehicle, a Chevrolet pickup truck, also fell into the hole, driving over top of the truck.
They're like, okay, think it's all right.
They're listening to
Right.
Hank Williams or the what is it?
Oh, that's-
Free. Sweet Home Alabama.
Talking about Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner. That's it.
Sweet home Alabama.
Where the skies are so blue.
He's still turning the wheel when he's stuck in it.
Yeah. They do that. They go off road all the time.
Yeah, like,
Need to fix those potholes.
I'm an adventurer.
So,
These bottles are really big.
the two people inside the tourist were taken to an area hospital and treated for non-life-threatening injuries before being released.
I got a boo-boo.
While the driver of the pickup truck was treated and released at the scene. So, back in the line.
How's the Leonard Skinner CD? Is it all right?
Yeah.
Is there any scratches, skipping? Let me
I
see.
swear to God, these guys messed up my Leonard Skinner. I'm gonna be so pissed.
Was he for
Yeah. I'm trying to acclimate to
so pissed,
America. I'm trying to
I
acclimate
love
to
the
America.
Skinner.
The Skinner is the best. I sit them aside, throw them a rush CDs. So I need to know if the Skinner's okay, because I don't want to get beat up at the border again. Well, this thing on?
I'm in the single now.
No. He's still there.
Cops are gonna listen.
I'm gonna go. Well, what do you guys call it around here? Well, it's not. You guys don't have Timbits. That's right. You got the Dunkin' Donuts there.
Fuck off, Maple
Here
Leaf
we go.
fucker.
All right.
Thank you.
So, the police say the sinkhole opened up in a rural area that lacks streetlights, and that the circumstances have been slightly different. The scene could have been a real tragedy.
Fuck, Jesus. I think it's a great day.
Official-
I don't think you
yeah.
report back to your family and say, I had an awesome day. I got harassed at work, and
Can you? I
got
like
passed over for a promotion. I'm driving home.
so many times I've driven, like when I was living in Delta. So many times I would drive home, and I would be, exhausted.
Yeah, man.
So
Fucking
I'm really trying to fight to keep my eyes open, to make the hour drive home. And if I were to drive into a sinkhole, or that the sinkhole would be in front of me, I would probably, it'd be like a movie where like my front tires would go in and I would
So
slam
fat
brakes
going
on
into
the
Sarlacc
Yeah.
pit.
Yeah, that was the one time I was driving through Stewartstown, and I'm assuming it was a kid, had taken string and tied it from a tree on one side of the road across the road to a string on the other side
Oh.
in the shadowed area. So I was coming down the street and I was looking ahead. I was like, "What the hell is that?" And I slammed on my brakes because I was like, what the hell? The power line had fallen or something like that.
Yeah.
And so, sure enough, it was this string, and so I slowly drove up to it, and I put my hand out and lifted it up and drove through. But
Well, some other poor bastard didn't even notice, and he must have fucking hit it. And,
yeah,
I don't know,
because it
broke it.
was
or-
gone the next day.
I mean, what is it? What is that going to do?
Who knows? It's just
Is it like a finish line?
Yeah,
or something?
it
Or?
may have been. It may have been street racing. I wasn't aware.
I don't know, because that sounds just like mischievous. But it's kind of harmless, because I don't give a fucking car, will it?
No, it's just string.
Yeah, it's just strange.
I mean, it might.
a bunch of
The worst
dumb
it
kids.
could do would be break your antenna.
Yeah, or scratch your knee up or something. But I think
It's
if you're
just
moving,
string. It's cloth.
if you're moving fast enough, I probably wouldn't even
Not a chance. Well, no, I'm saying you could
pull it and
with the
snap
back fast enough, it could snap it, or if it pulled it back enough that it went forward and snapped
Well,
up.
if you're driving like a smart car, you won't even hit it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're like halfway underground already.
Yeah. So, all right. So here's another one. As
Call
you,
it a smart car.
as
It's a dumb car.
they actually, they call the colloquial term for phones that aren't smartphones is dumb phone.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it on Verizon message.
Why were you all looking for it?
No, I was looking because my phone is being stupid.
Bitch.
It's batteries draining halfway through the day. So, so
Yeah, they run perfect when you get them until like 6 months later.
yeah,
Fuck
you just
up.
have to do a factory reset. That's all. Most people don't do that. They just trade them. If you do a factory reset, I'm going to try that first before I go buy it. But anyhow, so as we all know, I'm a great fan of religion. I love the Lord Jesus Christ and the God
Yeah.
above and all those other people.
And all the other peoples in that wonderful monotheistic
And all the
religion.
other people
Yeah.
ruling over our lives.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's a council of people up there.
So
We're
we're gonna do a
Steve
little
Jobs
thing.
up there.
The owner of the chain store called the Hobby Lobby don't like Obamacare. In particular, they really don't like the part that requires insurance companies to cover contraceptives.
Okay, this is interesting to me because I've been seeing this blowing up everywhere.
I've used contraceptives.
I've used them.
Uh,
Well, yeah, I have used them,
yeah, well, who hasn't?
but I have no idea what's going on with this. I purposely didn't inform them. They use special underwear that keeps them, and also their terrible religion, which keeps them away from anyone with a fucking sane mind. But no, I've seen this on the internet recently, and I have no idea what it's about. So,
Yeah.
enlighten me. As to-
Well, normally people don't like the law petition of the government to change that law. That's how the nation's law works. But these matter Christians. Supreme Court ruled Monday that Christian business owners are special. They deeply held religious belief in some particular form of contraception is immoral, carries more weight than the force of the law. 5 conservative Christian justices ruled. The court, in fairly bold admission, that
They were
this
all
ruling
wrong.
is incoherent, added that no general amnesty for other laws should be assumed in the result of this ruling, and that its reasoning was strictly limited to women's contraception. Such a limitation raises legitimate questions about the rather perverted and obsessive minds of 5 men who made the ruling, but it also carries little legal weight. The precedent whether the president setters say so or not. So,
I'm gonna
as
get you. I'm gonna get you like.
as Ruth Bader Ginsburg wondered about the exemption extend to employers with religiously grounded objections in blood transfusions, antidepressants, medications derived from pigs, including anesthesia, intravenous fluids, and pills coated with gelatin. Certain Muslims choose it.
I didn't know there were so many.
All these different religions have basically not allowed to do prohibitions against it.
Prohibitions. Yeah.
Uh,
I didn't
so-
realize there were so many for so many different religions. It's like
yeah,
that's-
Jehovah's Witnesses can't get blood transfusions.
What?
Scientologists can't use antidepressants.
Well,
And medications derived from pigs, including anesthesia, intravenous fluids, and pills coated with gelatin.
that comes from pigs.
Some of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I saw that they like they like ghosted the heart of a pig. Did you see this?
Oh yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just saw it recently, but about how they like strip it of all its like original cells to make it like ready to be receptive for like human heart.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
It is. It's fascinating.
If you're Jewish or Muslim or whatever,
we
you
have,
can't fucking have it.
we have very similar genetic structure.
Pig heart.
Yeah.
You have the heart of a
You can have a
pig.
pig heart, horse heart, or cow heart. It's interesting. It's very fascinating.
Well, they just, I guess they just like adapted the same structures in those various animals.
Well,
If it works, it works.
As long as we're doing a la carte law abiding, here are a few additional ones that could have been optional to certain people with deeply held beliefs.
So let me get this straight. Okay, go on to another one. This Hobby Lobby store,
Yes.
is trying to mandate whether these employees can use this
No. They don't want to pay for
But insurance that covers it.
that covers contraception. Yeah.
It's a lot like Chick-fil-A, not serving gays. I don't know if they've officially said that, but if you're gay, you've got
Look,
Chick-fil-A.
we're
give us
not
a call.
saying we
Let
don't
us know.
want to feed the gays, but we won't
We're not
be making
feeding-
your chicken sandwiches anytime soon.
We won't feed God's abominations. We won't help them. I feel like they're really
No
intimidated.
shoes, no pants, no gays.
The
only party
You have
here.
to come in and you're naked, but you have to be straight. You can't come in gay naked.
We don't want anybody committing any sort of atrocities.
So entire colonies of people are dedicated to the belief that being compelled to wear clothing is wrong, right?
Well, yeah, it's a lot of people.
Others don't believe that they should be compelled to make love only indoors. Some people exhibitions. They want to be outside and
I don't want to see
naturalists. Well, certain people don't want to see this on your Sunday stroll. Hey, freedom isn't free. So taxes. Most religions profess a deep affinity for peace, while drenching religion, but whatever. So should religious pacifists be compelled to pay taxes that subsidize war?
Well, yeah, no, I agree with that.
Why
You're gonna
should
sit there and make concessions? Like, I guess, yeah, I don't want my tax dollars going into the profiting through.
defense budget?
Well, yeah,
By defense, we mean we shoot you before you shoot us.
yeah, to
Or
an
before you
extent.
even think that maybe you learn how to use a gun one day.
We'll shoot you before you have the tools to shoot us back.
So,
Great.
what's this, a baby? Kill it.
It'll learn to use a gun one day, trust me. But no, I think having a good military is good, but like, some serious misdirection of a lot of your tax dollars go into like unnecessary.
That's the problem that money is misappropriated. Like you have so many black budgets and stuff like that where they don't have to report what they're using the money for.
I feel like that's like my organization. They're like,
That's your paycheck, yeah.
That's what I get. That's what I get paid every day. It's the black budget.
People are like, they're using this for alien research. Nope. Social Security. Employee pay.
And you consider
They're
it
paying you so they don't have to pay them, basically.
What, the aliens? Pay the aliens. Get out of here. Get off my land.
Yeah, that should be the that's like
The union slogan.
employee slogan. Paying us so they don't have to pay you.
Oh, man.
So-
Man, we come into a serious crisis because like I like pretty much had to work for free. Like
Yeah,
fucking
that's right.
indentured servitude.
During the
When they had the budget fiasco
Yeah.
back in like October. We weren't on the air at that point, but like that was came on like after they passed the budget, maybe like a month later.
right. But then they gave you back pay, right?
Well, yeah, they gave me back pay, but I didn't get paid at that. I was not paid for like a month. It was fucked up. I was like, I'm going to work every day. Like I had to sign a thing. Actually, I took a trip to
Swing
Texas.
low, sweet chariot. Swing low.
Oh Lord. Yeah, it was. I felt like a slave, man. I was like, this is some serious
I'm sure it hit a few
bullshit.
chords with some of your other
Oh my
employees.
God, man. Yeah. That's like we're living today's slavery.
Yeah.
It's like that is it's the definition of slavery.
Right,
Working
yeah.
without wages.
Yeah.
Like having not even sweatshop.
Well, working without
Deal with that.
restitution.
Right. Yeah, at least paid like a penny a day for working in a sweatshop.
Or give you something, as like trade.
Something like a steak.
Well, whatever. Okay, so how about LSD? There isn't much
What?
more. There's much more religious of an experience than talking directly with God. Hal Hushin Smith included a section on acid in his definitive work of world religions. While we're at it, all drug laws rub up against religious practice. Sorry, officer, this is our church.
Yeah, I'm high because of God.
I'll tell you. Everybody who I've talked to who's taken LSD.
I've never told anyone who's taking LSD.
Are you sure about that? Maybe just not about LSD.
Oh, well, I didn't know that they had
Yes,
taken
you're
it.
definitely talking to people that ain't know.
Because we know this thing.
Yes.
Lost that.
So, most people who take LSD say that
Actually, yeah, I think it was you now.
they say that it opens a window in your mind. That you experience things on a whole different level. But the problem is, the window only opens once.
And then we take it
After you
again.
come down, that window closes and it never opens again. But people don't understand that. They continue to take psychotropic drugs, trying to get back to that point.
Like any other drug.
Yes,
Like cocaine.
your first high is
It's the first
never
time you
get there
it.
again.
Yeah, you always have the same. I don't know unless like you maybe take like a really, really long break. But is it that your mind is already like accustomed to it?
Well, Lemmy once said that you know how they say acid doesn't work 2 days in a row. Well, we found out if you don't dose, it does.
Dr. Lemmy. I saw a quote from him recently that was like, how did this happen? I'm almost 70.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And he's like, how am I alive?
Yeah.
I don't think he ever wanted to.
He was talking about when he was roading for Hendrix back in the day, back before he was playing.
He roaded for Hendrix.
Yeah. Wow. He said he used to go and score for him. He would get 12 tabs of acid. Hendrix
on his back. Here you go. Just lay down on your back. Don't have anyone around you. Let me tell him.
So like you'd get 12 tabs of acid. Hendrix would take 8. He would take 4, but he would have to take them in front of him. Like you'd all have to do it all at the same time.
Like an initiation. Like, are you a cop?
Yeah.
I've been working for you for like 4 years.
I
Are you a cop?
yesterday.
I just scored these drugs. What do you think? Hendrix, I does not believe.
Take it.
That's what a cop would say. Do it in front of me.
Smoke this
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Oh, Denzel, you're in trouble.
I love that stuff.
Stealing
He's
Jimi
like,
Hendrix lines.
I was just talking about that movie Flight. I haven't seen the movie Flight, but I know basically he does a shitload of drugs and somehow saves the plane from crashing.
That's not the same one with William Neeson.
No. Liam Neeson should have been on that flight so he could have fucking stopped him from even taking the drugs in the first place. If Liam Neeson was there, it would all ended up perfect.
Hello, this is Captain speaking. I just took a bunch of drugs and we're probably going to crash into
I don't know where you want me to cop with it. It's confused. I'll find you
You
on
just
this
said
plane.
where he is and who he is. What are you talking about?
Were you listening to any of what he said?
This is your captain speaking again. Just letting you know the cockpit doors are now open. I'm looking for a friend.
He has like GPS. Where the hell is he? You can be anywhere.
Are you the captain?
No. Where's my daughter?
I'm a traveling business. You got my daughter. You know my daughter. You like tortures her to death.
Sticks her in the airport,
Yeah, I guess she
airplane
was.
toilet.
It's like a witch hunt.
Like it's flushing her. The water's just sucking her face
It's
off.
like looks like a fucking anteater.
Like from Beetlejuice, it's all.
Oh,
Oh man.
oh my god, that's crazy. It's where pulls his nose out.
Yeah.
They make a sequel to that movie.
That's what I heard. Well, they already made the sequel. Beetlejuice goes to Hawaii, or
Hell no. What do you think, it's Ernest? Beetlejuice is not Ernest. He didn't go to camp, he didn't go to prison, wasn't scared stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what they were.
that's that over at Ollie's. I'm not sure what that's
Fuck, I want. Is it anywhere? I don't have to. CR.
It's DVD. It's
Oh, it's
DVD.
on DVD.
Yeah, it's like $3.
Oh, I want it.
Go to Ollie's. It's over there.
Okay. So, yeah, Beetlejuice wasn't scared stupid or.
No. I swear to God, there was a second Beetlejuice movie.
Yeah, there was an animated series and that was it.
No,
Unless it was
no.
unofficial.
Beetlejuice goes to Hawaii.
Beetlejuice goes. Were you on LSD when you watched this? This might have been a movie in your mind.
Yeah. No, I swear to God, it's Beetlejuice in Paradise, something like that. I know this is
Beetlejuice
ringing
in
the
Paris.
bell.
No, hell no, it's not ringing a bell. I don't think it's ever existed.
Alright, I swear to God, it's
I'm not
because
the Beetlejuice aficionado or anything.
well, neither am I. Beetlejuice.
No, we're really using the internet to our advantage here.
We're gonna find this out. Beetlejuice 2.
I
Alright.
told you, they haven't made one, but they're going
It has to be. I remember seeing it on the list of sequels.
Are you sure it wasn't just like that Midler movie or
something?
She's
Especially
all
now.
frazzled and corpse looking.
Especially now.
Jesus, yeah, she's not good. It's a lot. Focus, focus.
I saw her on I was watching Stepford Wives. I watched that for the first time.
Yeah. I've never seen it. Well, wait, Stepford was. What? Not the one with Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick and
Yep.
Anne Franklin.
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman's in it.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I've seen parts of it.
It was good.
So no Beetlejuice in Hawaii.
Now,
You're telling me that's not existent? I thought it was.
Wait, no, I didn't look at that.
Beetlejuice goes to Hawaii.
Wait up! Beetlejuice in Hawaii.
Well, it's got to be animated. They could not have shot that live. I've never heard of that. And who the fuck would do that? Yeah.
But
I'm Beetlejuice.
when he was sent Michael McDowell's original script for Beetlejuice, Burton agreed. And Burton was still interested in Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii. Early in 1991.
Starring Michael McDowell.
So, okay, so apparently it never happened.
I told you.
But
What were
it
you
was
saying?
I must have seen the sequels that almost happened.
You weren't claiming though, in any ways, that you actually seen.
No, I'd seen, I just saw
that it
heard,
was
yeah.
maybe out there.
Yeah. In the
I think
process.
it's a terrible idea. I'm really glad it never happened.
Of course it's a terrible
But I
idea.
have heard that Michael Keaton is going to be on Beetlejuice too. And as long as they get him, I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck whatever they do.
Whatever.
Winona Ryder will be good too. It's just classic. Oh, but the guy who plays the dad in that movie, Beetlejuice? His name is like Jeffrey something. No, it's not the guy. You're probably confusing him with Michael.
Yeah.
Michael McKean is going to be on that.
Oh, that's another movie. I just saw Airheads yesterday all the way through.
Oh, the movie's great.
I love
Brendan
it.
Fraser and Steve Buscemi's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, Michael McKean's in it. He's like the asshole radio station
And
guy.
Michael Richards is in it.
Hmm?
Lemmy is in it.
Yeah, man. Dude, that movie's. I saw that movie back when it first came out.
Awesome. Yeah, it was good.
Late in the 90s. But Michael McKean's going to be in that Breaking Bad spinoff.
Is he?
As a regular character. So you might. I don't think you have to see Breaking Bad to watch the show when it comes out.
I plan to watch it eventually. I just have to find like the next time I get the flu or something like that.
Yeah, marathon. Start get through the whole first season.
How many seasons is it? 6?
It's 5. 5 total. 5 was broke up over 2 years. It was like season 5A and 5B. Or like 5A was like 6 episodes and 5B was 6 episodes. They broke it up over a couple of years to like give them some space to film it.
So you're saying the whole 5 seasons happened in 2 years?
No. Yes. Okay, yes. Season 5 happened in 2 years.
The 5th season, not 5 seasons of the show.
No. Only the 5th season. Yeah. 5 seasons of the show happened in 6 years. That was the total runtime of it. But it's like when you watch it now, when you go back to it, it all flows. Like it's one whole season. So it's not even called season 6, it's just 5. 5A and B. But trust me, you get hooked on it because it's a very unique kind of show. But anyways, Michael McKean's going to be in that. It's called Better Call Saul. Right. I think it comes out like early next year, sometime like spring 2015.
Okay.
But
Check it out.
no, the other guy we were talking about, the guy from the father from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
He's been charged with like over the years. He's been charged with a lot of like child molestation charges because I found this out because I was looking at the Beetlejuice 2 updates to see if there's anything going on.
Yeah.
And then I saw his profile. I was like, let me see what he's been doing lately because I've seen him in a bunch of movies. And then he's fucking. He's a predator for children. It's fucked up, man. And like the guy from X-Men, the guy Bryan Singer who directs X-Men, he's gay. I mean, he's like gay. He's got some allegations of like child molestation.
Substantiated or just rumor?
No, it's like a lawsuit he's fighting right now. So he refused to do some press for X-Men.
That used to happen a lot more back in the day than presently. Like
Michael Jackson.
there was a lot of propaganda that people who were gay were trying to convert kids to being gay.
Well, it's all like a ploy for like pedophiles and stuff like that.
Right, that if you were gay, you were automatically a pedophile. That was like.
But I think there's like, yeah, there's definitely like a. I don't know, you know, I don't even know what the research is behind that, whether you like being a pedophile or being gay has any overlap at all.
Big fat goose egg.
Zero, no, there's nothing.
There's
I wouldn't think
One
so.
has nothing to
I
do
wouldn't
with the
think
other.
so, yeah.
And in fact, I watched a very interesting documentary on Netflix. It's, you know, it doesn't vary the lead with the title. It's called "Are All Men Pedophiles?"
Why would you ask that? The answer to that question is like completely obvious. But
So the,
Okay.
the whole premise of the documentary is basically saying like that the one of the concepts in porn, though not so much recently, is that you know, the girls are supposed to appear underage, or they're supposed to be younger, or whatever.
it's like a recent trend or something.
No.
Oh.
I'm saying not as much recently because
Like 12.
the whole
They don't look like I. They just look like little.
because with the whole MILF thing that's come into the whole MILF/cougar thing that's
Okay,
come
so there's like
within the past 5 years.
So there's like a whole resurgence of porn that's
No.
like
No,
barely
it's always-
legal.
that's-
It's like, is that it?
That is a hustler genre. It's called barely legal. It's a,
Oops, TM.
yeah, that's been going
Don't sue
on.
us. Sorry.
It's been going on for a long time since Larry first started. So
I mean, I guess like to me, the only appeal to that is just that they're like
well,
new
the interesting thing is that they break it up because pedophilia doesn't apply to like anyone under the age of 18. That's not what the like. There's infantophilia, which is ages 0 to 3.
babies.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
Oh my god.
0 to 3. That I think it's 0 to 3, and then from 4 to 8 or something like that is pedophilia. And then from
40. That's it.
From 8 to
Oh
to
no.
15 or 14, some no, it was 8 to puberty because that's a wavering scale. It's called it's like adolescentphilia or something like that.
Oh no.
So it's those three.
Wow.
Those three.
So from 4 to 8, that's really. Oh.
Yeah, but pedophilia for most people, when they use that word, they mean it to basically from a baby all the way up to prepubescent.
Right. They mean it in a very general.
But that's not what that actually.
But it's like
that's not the official.
infantophilia,
Infantophilia.
pedophilia, adolescence.
Adolescentphilia. It's something like that. I forget what it was. But anyhow, so basically.
Middle school aphilia.
Yeah. So they were saying like the reason that that people always have this interest in like the just turned 18 thing and all that stuff is because it's similar to the drug thing where it's like that's your first high, that's your first point of reference.
There's a lot of people like
and so
nostalgia.
you get stuck in that's always appealing to you, and then sometimes your scale goes off of that, but it wanes the further in age, that sort of thing. So.
So the documentary was also the documentary.
I still have yet to finish the
Oh, yeah.
thing, but
Well, go watch it on Netflix.
yeah,
Not you,
it's
but anyway.
interesting. I mean, it's a little slow in spots, but it's very thought provoking.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I mean, obviously, not all people are pedophiles.
yes. But that's the whole idea that people have that misconception, and in fact, they even have pedophiles that they interview on the documentary, where the
Real pedophiles.
yeah, they'll
Oh,
silhouette them out, sort of thing. And like, there's women on there, there's men on there, there's older, younger, all different, So they really represent the full gamut of people. Some of them are clearly wearing, inmate clothing. Some of them are not. And like, there's this one woman who
She cops tackle. That's it. Get him out!
it's to catch a predator. It's just a long boy. But they like, there's this one woman who talks about having these desires or whatever, and she diverts them into cooking. Every time she feels this, she makes food.
So every time she wants to fuck a baby, she cooks.
Yeah. So
Or fuck a child.
so it's very
Does it explore like what causes that?
Yeah, absolutely. It goes in all the. Usually, it's either a chemical imbalance, or
Maybe like trauma.
it's trauma. One or the other. It's one or the other. Usually, trauma is the cause. But
Because there's a very like there's this weird window of time in your developmental stages where you can like the whole spectrum of like fetishism and stuff like that, like directing your sexual I don't know, focus on like things and objects and like certain kinds of things all happens in like this scope of time. Yeah. So if at any time like you start to get like you have like sexual feelings that attach to something else, you immediately like link them together and it stays with you forever.
Right.
It's just
yeah, it's incredible.
This is
that-
weird.
Those sort of things. And then some people have those that carry over from infancy even, where you get obsessed with certain things and then they carry over. And then sometimes it's a matter of programming where your first sexual experiences involve certain things, and then
you constantly search for them again.
yeah, so it's sort of recreate it and the effort to recreate that.
Dr. Matt.
Yeah, well,
I know Dr. Mario.
I
You don't have to connect blocks or anything. You just get the information.
I could talk about sexuality forever.
I used to do the research and stuff in school.
research for McKinsey Institute. And,
You're like an independent researcher.
Yep, and I've definitely learned a lot. I felt the need after I was going to be celibate for the rest of my life. I was going to be a priest, and I probably mentioned it at some point in the show. And
That'll change.
that all fell far
Very
from
quickly.
the wayside. But as
Well,
soon as
like your sophomore year, you're like, fuck that.
Yeah, nope. So something spread, and then I saw the light. And I was like, so
Holy shit!
Is that what I'm missing?
You might have to get that checked out because I can't see.
I am blinded by the light. I am wrapped up like a goose.
The boss came to you
Yeah.
in vision.
So needless to say, that young gentleman really turned me around. So,
I can spread his ass cheeks.
I said, I do not want that.
What did you eat?
No.
You need a flashlight?
Because I think you passed it. But anyhow, certain young ladies had changed my mind, and
You explored yourself. And
so in an effort to
wrap your head around
catch
it.
up and educate myself, I decided to dive headfirst into
Well, once you get obsessed with something, for you, it becomes like a lifelong commitment.
it is. And that's the
More so than anybody else I think that I know
Yeah.
or can say. Because you're like, this is what I like. Like a gavel, it's like Law and Order.
Yeah.
That fucking shit is ruled in and you're gonna do it forever.
That's true. Yeah.
I think that pretty much there's anything that I've known to.
Well, like
Into
for instance,
days.
last night, right? I was sitting out on the porch.
This little boy's asshole came up to me. I was like, oh.
Where did this come from? I am once again renewed. I was sitting out on the porch playing my guitar, and I was mesmerized by these two stars. Right? Yeah. No, it was actually a pair of movie stars with their boobs out. No. So there was these two stars out in the sky, and so I was just like, why do I feel so depressed staring at these? What the hell is going on? And I'm playing all these every sad song I have in my repertoire. I'm playing.
Every Rose Has a Storm.
Yeah. Every Rose Has a Storm, Hallelujah, everything, anything I can pull out.
Right.
And so then I whip out my cell phone.
My
use
dick.
it. I start beating it, and everything makes perfect sense.
Shoot for the stars, and it all starts to come together.
All at once.
We all came together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I whipped out Google Maps.
I
Star
kind of
Maps.
got really lost in
Yeah.
that.
Extra time, just to get us lost. You have to find out where we are again.
And with Google Maps.
Exactly. So I was looking at the stars, and I pulled out the Google Sky Map thing where you can like they call stars.
Yeah.
Well, one of the stars I was looking at was Mars.
Okay.
And the whole principle of Mars is war and all that kind of stuff. And I realized I missed killing people and fighting and that kind of thing. Like I missed the martial arts aspect of my life.
Oh, you mean like conflict and like physical conflict?
Yeah, sparring and all that kind of thing.
Right.
And because they don't really do anything very physical anymore. Even
We never fight anymore.
well, no, I mean like I don't even play my drums. I don't hit anything.
Why don't we ever fight?
I don't know.
I'll take you out in the parking lot.
So that kind of thing. It's definitely waned. But yeah, when I take something on, it becomes, even if I ignore it for a while, it's still very much part of me. So that sexual education that I did and the research, it was all very much part of my life, and it still is. I'm still fascinated. I try and keep abreast of anything that goes on in the world of sexual research. It's fascinating. It's another aspect of human nature that captures my interest.
Well, it's very interesting because it's very diverse and it's a very prevalent part of all human nature. And it all kind of like, I don't know, everybody has their own spin on it. I think it can be explored in a very, very that's a sound sexual every time. But no, like that's a very diverse type of topic. And so it doesn't surprise me that you can make that like a life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and
As we know,
it's just like any other facet of science. It doesn't. It's not like, okay, we're done.
We're done.
We figured it all out. Yeah. It's
Ever
constantly expanding, and with each generation it changes, and that's another fascinating part of it, is seeing the, not necessarily advancing, certainly not advancing, but the evolution, that's a good thing, but the evolution of sexuality.
Constantly creates variety.
Yeah. So, on that topic,
Okay.
we're going to go on to the next thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've certainly had this aspiration at some point in my life, and it was certainly something that I was quite seriously going to do, but it never actually happened. Porn stars have it made.
Oh.
On the surface, they have sex with beautiful people for money. Sounds like a no-brainer, right? Well, but it can be a dream. Not enough people put emphasis on the job.
I have to work really hard to make my dick
Really hard.
really hard.
Brad said,
I know you gotta be in good shape. I think that's a lot of work to do.
We're gonna find out.
Last, you gotta be in good shape. You gotta, take it on. Like, sex is your job.
Well, here's 5 things you probably never thought of. Brad sat down with Lance Hart, better porn star pornographer, an all-around porn type guy. Lance Hart.
Can you name any movies, Lance? Go ahead.
Let's see. One Way Ticket to Bangkok. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh,
Jesus. One more.
There's a few titles that dare I not say. Maybe you've seen Jason F. 4000.
Oh.
It's 4 and 6. Because I think he broke his leg or something like that. Because he's an MMA fighter. So.
Yeah, they all take place within.
Yes, that's true. They do like 8 movies.
He's an MMA fighter too.
Yeah. Not like professionally, but.
He fucks and he fights for money.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Manuel Ferrara does that.
Oh my god.
He's fucking crazy. I've seen it. Like he trains Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Yeah, he goes racing.
Yeah. That's a really
He's constantly, like, every once in a while I see him on a movie, and like I'm all wrapped up, or like it'll be like a knee brace or something like
got
that.
like a hyperextended knee.
Yeah.
It's like all flappy.
Yeah.
They're fucking and his foot's kicking him in the face.
That doesn't slow him down. He still does his job like a champ.
Lord.
But anyhow, so here's number 5. The awesome parts of sex are not on film.
On the web. Probably seeing me like 20.
Anyway, the beer volcano.
I don't know if it's really a big deal. What's that letter for? Anybody?
What letter?
Right over there.
That letter? No, that's actually going to a burn file. Sorry.
Jesus.
We're gonna do that
That's
cafeteria style. So anyhow, the awesome parts of sex are not so fun to film. Normal sex is about two people enjoying each other's bodies. Porn is about looking right at the camera, and that means some auteur is. What's the matter?
I'm looking at it.
Oh, hello, camera. I suppose you can get the most artistic value out of your thrusting buzzards, even though you end up having doggy sex as an angle motion and would never choose to fuck it. For women, it often means their penis is pounding directly into parts of the vagina not meant to be pounded.
Like, that's.
But hey,
I'm gonna cry.
this sucks for both genders. Deep throating is not always awesome. If some girls down, one for you down you. Girls down on you for a scene. She's going to be at it for a long time.
Sounds really unpleasant.
We're still filming the movie, and it's a universal rule that nothing worthwhile gets completed. So she gets tired and eventually starts feeling molars in the head. If you start feeling molars in the head of your dick, the viewers want to see you jackhammering her throat with your dick, so you're basically ramming your cock into teeth.
That doesn't sound pleasant at all.
Getting paid to receive oral sex is basically like getting your dick chewed on. This is what he had to say.
I will pay you if you can have someone chew your dick for an hour.
It's like,
I still might take the money. Like if I was in that kind of position.
do you remember that video I showed you a long time ago of that redhead where she's like it's like a POV video, and she's like taking a napkin, and she's like wiping her tongue, and she's like.
Who wants it dry?
It's like, how much teeth do you want? She's like clinking her
Oh
teeth.
my God.
It's like, no
It's
teeth.
like
No
a
teeth.
mentally challenged lady.
No, no.
Oh, was it like a joke?
Yeah, it's a joke. It's not for
I
real.
think you did show me. Not a James Gunn thing.
No, it wasn't a James. No, it was before.
That sounds really familiar though. Like that's.
Yeah, no, it was.
Like it's like the worst case scenario. It's like no, I don't want that.
In fact, I think it was the girl who played Erin in The Office, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know The Office well enough to tell you who that is.
She's a redhead.
Not Amy Adams.
No, I'm not even sure what her name is, so I couldn't even tell you. Let me see. But
I don't know.
but anyhow, so
Yeah, that sounds really unpleasant.
yeah, she's going through all the things that you don't want to do, and
I do. As I'm thinking about it, I remember you showing me this, and it's
Yeah.
like he's like, no, what the hell? What? No. Yeah, and on the same note, if you should check out if you're enjoying this conversation, this type of topic, you should check out PG porn.
oh my God, James Gunn.
James Gunn's giving a shout out the proper way.
Yes.
He directed Guardians of the Galaxy, which is coming out
Coming out soon.
this summer, which if it looks fucking good, you can thank James Gunn.
That's right.
James Gunn also did, what was the other
A remake of one of your favorites,
Song?
Dead remake.
Badass.
I think he did that one and another one.
He might have done Day of the Dead
I
also.
think he did.
Yeah, if he did. If he did, I still haven't checked out the remake of Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
So I've seen that one. He did the Scooby-Doo movies and stuff.
Yeah.
He's been in the industry, like the movie industry and everything for a really long time.
Yeah.
He crops up every now and then directing. His work is quality, but
Absolutely.
he does a really funny series of PG porn where it's like not what you'd expect it to be.
It's basically he recruits an actual porn star and then has an actor or actress, usually an actor, on the other side of things, and they go through and do these things. So here's the flip.
Okay.
It is Eric from The Office.
Like it's weird.
When she's drawing her tongue off.
Oh yeah, it's like this motion. It's like. What's it all? Don't ever do that to anyone. It's like, all right.
There it is. So
I do remember that. You showed me that. That's like, it's not good.
So there's plenty of other
So it's like that.
interesting things. Yes, that's basically what it's
Trying to
like.
keep up the good appearances and everything is like probably really hard. Because like, I mean, not no pun intended, but like, you gotta film for God knows how long before they want the tape that
You've got to be able to
have,
keep your erection for a long period of time, and worse yet, come home to me.
Come now! Go!
We're ready.
Cut!
So yeah, it's definitely not.
Man.
It's not all fun and games.
It doesn't sound like it's a
control.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's a fun job to have.
Well, such is life
But
sometimes.
an easy job to have.
Yeah,
Just fucking funny.
it's true. If you do get that fun, it's a lot. Well, not a lot, but it's easier for young ladies because they get to choose who they work with and what they do.
I want you and you and
Pretty much, they get to just lay there and
fuck me.
make noises. Yeah, so,
Oh, this is wonderful.
and if you pick out good people, then you just get to have orgasms. Which isn't half bad.
No wonder people run away from the porn industry.
It happens. It's better than the circus. So
Yeah.
well, whatever.
But in a regular fucking job.
But,
flipping burgers or whatever.
Yeah, flipping burgers. Going around being beer drinkers and outrageers and all those other things.
Gets paid for that. No. The only people.
The only people get.
But you need to spin your guitar around if you're gonna get paid.
That's right. Those are sweet. There's belt buckles that they have. That's
Every time we were like, when we were in the unoriginal, I always wanted to do signature things that would be awesome. But that would cost us like $1 million because we'd have to do like every
For one
signature
song.
thing. Look, range. Yay! That's we didn't get paid anything. Show. I'm eating $1 million.
If we did that, during the second or third symphony,
Somehow we can flip it.
I miss those days. I miss doing cover shows. Perhaps one day when we're 50, 58, yeah, we'll be able to do it. Or maybe before then.
Perhaps.
Who knows what
Nobody at the
days.
time. Nobody called. Why didn't anyone call? Why didn't you call? Call in and tell us why you didn't call. I want to know.
We're waiting for your call.
We're desperately awaiting somebody to call us. I love those.
Well, we may be getting our dear friend Zach on the show soon.
Yes, as we were discussing
Very soon.
that would be nice. I don't know if we have to. Well, the one issue is that we might have to push it back.
No. On one of the days where he records his interviews ahead of time.
But he doesn't get off work until later.
What time?
Like, he won't be free until like 10.
Oh,
Yeah, so that might create a conflict.
Okay, so
Either way, we have plans to maybe.
Yeah, we're going to we'll get him on the show at one point.
We're going to do a crossover with the Two Fat Dudes podcast. Shout out to the Two Fat Dudes.
Or TOO.
TOO, FAT,
DUGEZ.
Yeah, we stole your shit. How's that? Yeah, that's their podcast. Go check it out if you haven't listened to it. But we're gonna fucking promote them even more once we get Zach and possibly Chad on the show. They want to both come on. That'll be cool. Also, yeah.
So I guess that'll wrap it up for us for
Yeah,
this week.
that's a week.
A little bit of a long episode for you guys, but you can digest it. We have
You know what? Fucking, we know you love it, so.
Frank would take
More
two
is
with
good.
lots of liquid and you would pass it later. So until the next time, this is the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
And this is Motorhead taking us out with a track that I absolutely love that they bastardized, which was supposed to be the name of the band.
Really?
The rap labels told them that. Yes, this one is unfortunately they usually have guests on this one. But this one is called Born to Raise Hell. We love you like hell. We're gonna play this loud as hell, and Motorhead louder than everything else. See you next
See ya.
Hugs and kisses.
We love you.
Okay, good.
Oh, that would suck. Going about it.
Yeah.
What is your reminder telling you to sleep?
Yes, actually. You're absolutely right. Violet says that it blocks our music when we play it live. So she said, I hope you know. She sent me a text message about talking to the maintenance people about the dryer. Like, can you do that tomorrow or something like that? She's like, now I can watch you ignore my text messages on the show. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So she said, I hope you know that whenever you played any music or videos, you couldn't actually hear any of it on the line. Yes, you know now that you can't hear it. Google blocks it or something.